Alright, so here's something that I've noticed in the video, well, this video, I'll put the link in the description or whatever, but when it says movie, there is something that caught me off guard with this doll here, because everybody's saying this is the real doll, which it is, but I don't sense its energy in that doll at all. Like, that's just its option. Like, that's just one of its vessels it uses. And when it mentioned movie, that caught me off guard. So, okay, it knows about the movie, cool. Why is that? Bro, when they show the doll from the movie, the replica of that doll, whatever the fuck that was, I sensed all of its energy there. Hold on,
That
I
means
gotta,
it's
I gotta find out
self-aware.
where it was at in the video.
Whose potential jewelry? Stop. Stop. Okay, okay. I need to let me just
Corey, you're fine, bro. You don't gotta worry, bro. I feel bad for Corey, though.
So we go over there. I think we're
'Cause
fighting for attention.
the reason why I feel bad for Corey is because he has so much potential as a psychic medium. I mean, he knows literally barely anything. Like, the shit that I could teach him would be insane. Like, I'd literally be able to have him channel every word, anything in these beings say. They wouldn't even need a spirit box.
Fighting for our attention.
And I could teach him how to fucking ward away shit too,
Yeah.
if he needs to, in case like a
Memory.
demon like this
Remember
comes at
the-
him.
I don't know what to do right now. It's literally fighting.
It's okay. This case, I know it's some. I think it was that case. I remember
That's what it
because
felt like. Last time we were here, it felt like it was Shadow
where
Doll.
when did they show it? When did they show it?
Step away.
When did they? Because they do like a thing where it shows like that case.
He's just, you know.
I'm trying to find out where it was. Hold up. That doll right there, and just me looking at it, that one's 100 times stronger than this one over here. And that's what caught me off guard, because if that's the real doll, why is that one's energy weaker than this one? Why is this one the strongest one in the room? And that's when I realized when it mentioned movie, it was saying it prefers this doll over the other one. It didn't like the other one. It thinks it's boring compared to this one. And another reason why it likes this doll is because this one's far more scarier than the other one. That's why I said movie, because it was referring to that it's in this doll. It doesn't care about that one anymore. And what's crazy is I'm starting to think the seal's not that good. Whatever they sealed this fucking original doll in is, there's a leak in that seal or whatever, and it's this thing is able to switch in between all these dolls, which typically if your seal is strong, they wouldn't be able to do that. And I wanted to also mention something about sealing too. When you seal a being, a spirit, entity, demon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, into something, it can move around in the astral plane, the astral world, but it has no power because you're sealing that energy in that case, the power, the energy. You seal that away, but that doesn't mean that the doll, the being itself is stored in that fucking box. It means that all of its power that it uses to do something that could harm somebody is stored in that box. You know what I'm saying? So its body, that demon, is literally it's right behind Corey. Holy shit! Bro, that caught me off guard, bro. Oh my god, bro, that scared the fuck out of me. Literally right here, like I just noticed that because I was mentioning the dog here, and I was talking about Corey, and I felt drawn to look to the left, and boom, right here. Y'all won't be able to see it because your eyes aren't attuned to the astral realm as much as me. Not flexing, not being egotistical. I'm just saying, like I can literally see demons and spirits as easily as possible with my normal eyes just by watching a video. I can see them. It's right here. But yeah, so it's behind Corey right now. But I just wanted to point that out because that was something I noticed and nobody else even talked about that. And I was just like, all right, well, I mean, that's the point of this channel, is to talk about the things that they missed and point it out and all of that. And also to hopefully teach them some things that to understand the Astron better and all of that and demon behavior, because I'm not gonna lie. In a month from now, the veil's been thinning more and more and more, and soon the veil's just gonna fucking break. And I'd rather have them know basic knowledge, especially with protection, because Sage works. Don't get me wrong, but there's a way to use it that actually makes it work and actually ward away demons, and nobody else talks about this. see, with Sage, you have to infuse it with energy. So you have to understand energy manipulation and energy control. Now, most people who sell Sage, especially if you go to a spiritual store, they already know this. They already imbue and enchant their whatever they sell with something or whatever. Or sometimes they'll leave that up to the person if they're a new witch or somebody who is into witchcraft and who is starting with their spiritual journey. Usually they'll either leave that up to them to learn, or most if they have like an Etsy page or whatever, they'll, or TikTok shop or whatever, usually they'll automatically imbue it with that, so they don't have to do that, because that is kind of intermediate kind of level things. So that's something I want to talk about. So with Sage, it's about the intention and energy you put behind it when you're holding it. And I've noticed everybody thinks, oh, the smoke, I'm just waving the smoke around, it's cleansing and protecting. No, you gotta have energy behind that shit. Like, there's a distinct difference between, for example, Corey, or nah, fuck that. If we gave Sage to a pussy, no offense, Matt Rife, no offense, you a bitch when it comes to this shit. If we gave him a Sage, bro, and he was to try to cleanse us with it, it's barely gonna have any effect. Do you wanna know why it's not gonna have an effect? Because he's scared and he has a weak will when it comes to situations like this. If you were to give it to somebody who has I don't give a fuck energy, like, I promised, if I sage these guys, they could unbox that fucking doll and that doll's not touching them. It's not hurting them in any way, shape, or form. That's a distinct difference between my energy and them, because it really does scale off of your intentions and your power and confidence and all of that. Like, you can't just fucking wave it around and think you're good, bro. Like, there's so much more power you need to put behind that Sage. You need to be like, all right, you're fucking safe. End of discussion. You know what I'm saying? There's a complete difference in doing that compared to just smoking it around and all that, or not smoking it around, waving it around, and you know what I'm saying, thinking you're cleansing, you're safe. Like, there's a complete different energy there, and that's the problem, because I see every single person do this, and it's like, bro, y'all not know how Sage works. And I also wanted to point it out. No shade to Sam and Colby, but their psychic medium, I fucking can't with the one that goes with them, bro, Amanda. Because there be so many times where she be talking about, like, you know, oh, there's a child spirit there or whatever, and like, I'm watching the video, I'm like, bitch, where? Like, looking around like, bitch, where? And and she gets like one thing that's accurate, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say she's completely shit to the point where like she can't get evidences and whatever. She can. It's just the problem is her pattern is very clickbaity. What I mean by that is, she's the type of person to say something, right? When she says something, she waits for something to be channeled or some sort of evidence to be received with her spiritual gifts to call that out. So, for example, let's say, because there was a video I saw, I forgot which one. They were at this like big ass place or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, there's a child there, whatever." And then she goes into like this medium drawing state where she's like sketching things, like, you know, automatic drawing and writing. She does that, and she draws like a fucking a symbol or whatever, and it turns out to be important in later on in the video, and then that's what made her seem like she was, you know what I'm saying, what's it called, real, like a real psychic medium, which she is. It's just you waited until you pointed out there was a kid there that was not there to point that out. You know what I'm saying? And that's my problem, and that's called a clickbaity psychic medium. Somebody who points out some bullshit until later on they get more evidence to where now they look like they're the real deal. That's called a clickbaity psychic medium, and I hate people who do that shit. And I'm gonna be honest, in their Conjuring video with Sam and Colby, she was more worried about herself and her abilities to protect herself rather than being able to protect Sam and Colby. Because she goes, if you guys go down there again, I can't protect you. As a psychic medium, bitch, as a real fucking deal, you should not be worried about yourself. You are fucking Gucci. If you're a real psychic medium, you're not worried about yourself. You have the power to protect everybody else around you. And that's the distinct difference between me and her, because if I'm there, they're not getting touched. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying, if they're asking for evidences and they're giving consent to that, yes. But if you don't want to get touched and you're just standing by me, you're not getting touched. You're not getting hurt. Your energy's not being taken. You are safe. And that's the distinct difference between my energy and her fucking energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have the power to fucking stand up to what I'm saying. She don't. And that's why I kind of like dislike her as a psychic medium. But anyways, sorry for ranting on about that. I have ADHD like a motherfucker, and I tend to rant on about things, but I'm just trying to point out everything I can into a video, because I haven't posted a video on this in a while, because I also have to manage my own, and yeah, so I still gotta grow that shit, so there's a lot going on. But I just figured that I would watch this, because I was watching this, and I saw some shit, and I was like, you know what? Let's call that out right now and make a video of that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So that's one thing I wanted to point it out because when I was watching the video, the moment they did like this side shot or whatever, where it like was looking directly at the doll in its eyes, and I noticed it had so much more power than these other dolls, and that's why I was like, holy shit, it's not in that doll. That's why I said movie because it likes the movie one better, the replica, and that's why I was like, damn. And just me looking behind Corey, I feel like intense fucking heat. Like I literally feel like I'm burning up just by looking at the video itself. Like literally, even right now, I'm fucking burning up. So yeah, this demon, if I was to give it a rank, because I am very experienced in demon behavior and all of that, I would say it's a medium rank. I wouldn't say it's a high rank, because a high rank they would already been dead by now. Straight up. There's such a huge difference in power between a low rank, a mid rank, and a high rank. A high rank is like Lucifer, Asmodeus, Amon, demons like that. I personally work with Amon. He's the demon that I work with, and he's actually very chill. And a lot of people misunderstand demons, and they're not all of this shit that the people portray them to be. There's a whole lot going into that. That if you guys are interested in me explaining, I will in another video. But just wanted to clarify that. And the power difference between a high rank and a mid rank is a high rank could snap their fucking fingers and kill you. Them being near you is killing you slowly from the inside out. Just them standing near you is killing you. That's the difference. A mid rank, they have to actually try to kill you. And what I mean by that is they have to really, really imbue their negative energy into your aura field. There's many ways spirits can attack. They can actually imbue their energy into yours with a negative intent, and that will slowly start damaging you over time, and then cause something to happen, which could result in a curse or any other things like, you know what I'm saying, getting into a car accident, extremely bad luck to the point where like, you know what I'm saying, something bad happens, or scenarios where it starts to manifest scenarios where it's like bad people come to you and like kill your ass. Like that shit can't happen. Like if you have enough negative energy, you manifest bad outcomes. So like just by you being around these demons or whatever, and if they imbue enough of their energy into your aura, you could just walk down the street and get shot with no questions asking. You wouldn't even know why you did. You wouldn't know the reasoning. It would have just seemed like wrong place, wrong time. No, there's so much more into that, and that's the thing that's people don't understand. There's just so much behind how they can attack, and that's just one way they can attack. They can literally just fucking, I kid you not. You can fight in the astral realm. People forget that there is life after death. Like you will still live on in the astral plane. You still eat, you still drink, you still have clothes, you still can change clothes. It's still all of that in the astral realm. Whatever exists physically must exist spiritually. So there's always a physical and a spiritual property of something. People forget that they can literally beat your ass in the astral realm. Obviously, you're probably not going to be fucking moving like you're actually getting punched, but you're going to feel it. And if they're like literally beating the fuck out of you, bro, eventually you'll start to experience things. Like if they hit you in the face enough, you will experience a headache, a massive headache. You may start to feel lightheaded. Those are some of the common things you could feel with them hitting you in the fucking face. And if they tackle you in the spiritual realm, because that's one thing, they like to tackle you and beat the shit out of you from the guy. Like, dude, demons are ferocious. That like, I know it sounds like I'm crazy for saying this, but people forget they still live just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? They literally will beat your ass in the astral realm. But obviously, your body's not gonna be moving like you're getting your ass beat unless you were very extremely in tune and connected to the astral realm. There's a potential that, and also considers their energy, of course, and their power. But if they're strong enough, they could technically make your ass float. If they picked your ass up, they really could. They could throw your ass. There's so much they could do. But mainly, like, if you start to feel a heavy weight in your chest, that means that they pushed you down to the ground. And usually when you push somebody, you push them in the chest. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds bizarre, but it's true. People forget. Humans fight. People who are living fight. Why can't spirits? You know what I'm saying? And I had people think that I'm crazy for saying this, but dude, there's life after death. You still live on. That's why nobody's ever really dead, because they live on in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, if you're Christian, you may disagree with me since you don't believe in any. You believe people either go to heaven or hell. Yeah, I get that, which I'm not gonna lie. We're never gonna get into Christian religion because I respect Jesus and I believe in Jesus. I just don't believe in the religion behind it because the Bible was never made by him and it was made by a human. But yeah, we're not going to get into the controversial shit because that will lead to a negative impact, and we're not gonna do that. Anyways, that's it for this video. I just needed to point all that out and get as much information out as I could in these videos to hopefully they see it, which I don't know if they will, but if they do watch this, Elton and Corey, I have a favor for Elton, because you know what I'm saying, since this channel is solely to promote you, Elton, the overnight channel, and to, you know what I'm saying, point out the things that you guys missed. Obviously, I have to, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna need that like profile picture. I need to know how you made it, because if I know how you made it, I can make the same one but just flip the fucking words over. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously the banner, and then I'm put obviously subscribe to you guys. I The whole point of the channel, like I said, is to promote y'all. Like I don't want any recognition from this. That's why I don't promote my name on your guys' name. You know what I'm saying? I don't do any of that. But yeah, so if you do watch this, I could greatly appreciate that, because damn, I am not the best when it comes to making profile pictures and what's it called, banners. I just, for the banner, I chose something, I don't know, mysterious and like, I don't know. And then for the profile picture, I just looked up haunted houses, and it literally says that in the put, and I don't. That's literally it. But yeah. So that's it. Sorry, yet again, I ripped it on my. All right. That's it. Bye.